our guest speaker today. Now, Brenda Smith, I'm just so happy she agreed to come. This is her first time in sharEvery. So here we go. Tonight, our speaker is Brenda Smith, Distinguished Toastmaster from Canada. Brenda is very passionate about the topic of effective communication, as she feels and she knows that good communication skills can help with all aspects of your life, whether that be personal or business. Please help me welcome Brenda Smith as she presents her speech, which is entitled The Importance of Effective Communication in All Aspects of Our Lives. Brenda Smith.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Bad communication leads to broken relationships. It is also the reason why around the world we do not have world peace. Very few people are skilled at effective communication. But there's good news. You can always learn. It has been said that 85% of successful businesses is because they have good communication skills. Being able to communicate effectively is one of the best life skills out there. Now, I'm going to give you the easy definition of communication, and that is the act or process of using words, sounds or signs, or behaviors to express or exchange information. Learning effective communications is a straightforward process which allows you to express yourself in both your personal and your business relationships and to improve them. Today, I am going to talk about some of the skills, not all of them. Again, don't have time for that. First off, I'm going to talk about being clear and concise. I'm going to talk about non-verbal communication, and also I'm going to talk about active listening. First off, clear and concise. It has never been so important as it is right now. Saying just enough and not too much and not too little. Sometimes if we go on and on forever, then we get interrupted. Then there's the other side of the coin where if you don't say enough, then you're not getting your message across. I will tell you, a few years ago, there was a situation where we were having a change in our call center. We were going to be changing what we were going to be doing. It meant a change of hours. We took the people, another manager and myself, we took the people out into the conference room. And obviously, we didn't explain it very well. Maybe we were too concise, which is sometimes not a good thing. And we were busy. We sent them back out onto the floor. Well, we could see that there was a problem. That people had these strange looks on their faces. They were over talking to other people. They didn't know when we went, we made a mistake here. We went back out to the conference room. We told them the how, the why, when it was going to happen, and we answered questions. This time we were clear. And I will tell you, it was a really great learning curve for me that I thought, okay, I won't be doing that one again. Next, I'm going to talk about non-verbal communication. Now that can be your facial. It can be your tone of voice. It can be eye contact, and it can be gestures. How about facial? If somebody has a scowl on their face, it's not a very good communication line. It will maybe shut the chain of communication down if somebody is not friendly. And I liked what Deidre mentioned yesterday about how about having a smile on your face? You're going to have a much better outcome as far as the communication. How about a tone of voice? That can make a big difference too. Next, I'm going to talk about gestures. Some gestures are good. You're just not sitting there like a bump on the log. However, sometimes people get talking and with their hands, and that can be very distracting. And fact is, one of my nephews, just recently, in the last couple of months, I happened to ask him what his opinion was of someone. And he said to me, well, have you ever talked to somebody and they talk with their hands all of the time? And I said, yes. He said, well, I don't have a very good opinion of it. He said, I found it very distracting. And I thought, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's very, very distracting. And eye contact, so important. If you're speaking with someone or someone is listening, or you're speaking with someone, make sure that you are looking at them. Very important. Don't be looking down at your feet or at your telephone or anything else, any other device you might be looking at. Make sure that, otherwise that person is going to say, well, I guess they're not really interested. In the line of communication again, will be broken. Next, I'm going to talk about active listening. And to me, this is the very most important one. It has never been so important. The best communicators out there are good listeners. Believe me, they are. They listen to what people have to say, whether it be employees or whatever, or your personal life. It's very, very important. What happens, and a big trap that people fall into, though, when they're listening to people, is they interrupt them. It happens all the time. And what does that say to the person who you're speaking to, you're supposed to be listening to them? It says to them, well, I guess what they have to say is more important, and then the message doesn't go anywhere. If we actually, at our household, we have a little game that we play. And we're both probably the same personality types, and we have lots to say. And my husband will get talking, and he's talking and talking, but I thought of something that I want to say to him. And I put up my hand, and he'll say, and when he's finished talking, he'll say, yes. And then I continue on. However, if you noticed, I did not interrupt him. I just put my hand up to warn him that I had something that I wanted to say as well. We've just made a joke of it. We have fun with it. You've got to have some kind of fun in life, right? Another trap people fall into is assumptions. You assume what someone is going to say to you. And we've all done it. Rolled our eyes and thought, we've heard that before. Oh my. But maybe you have, and maybe you haven't. If you don't listen to the whole story, then the line of communication again will be broken. Just never assume. Also, be patient when someone is speaking with you. It may take them a little longer, but make sure that you're patient and that you listen to what they have to say. Otherwise, you may really lose a big portion of what it is you want to do, what you want to learn. To conclude, I have talked about the active listening, your nonverbal communication, and I've also talked about being clear and concise. All very important. Conveying a message effectively is an art as well as a skill that is developed after continuous practice and experience. Now, I have a call to action for you tonight. And the call to action is that if you ever have a situation, and we all have situations, maybe you're not being clear and concise enough, or maybe your listening skills are not that great, work with a buddy. It could be a coworker, it could be your partner, it could be a family member. Have a buddy system and work with them and practice. You will reap the rewards. Remember, it is never too late to learn, and practice makes perfect. Madam Chair.
And Brenda, that was so meaningful. Really very special. And thank you so much, Brenda, for being here. Everyone, unmute for just a second and let Brenda hear your applause, because that was phenomenal. Everyone unmute and let's applaud.